What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video of A Life with the Cannamomtrovert, the chapter of shelter living. So, it is day 17, and I'm just going to do a quick update video. I'm going to try and keep it under 10 minutes, no more than 5, hopefully. But there's quite a few things that I just want to kind of chat with you guys about, that I have thought about, that I've reflected about, that I've learned through my own experiences. Just know that anything that I discuss or share is because I've been there. So let's get into it. So if you're new here, I'm the Cannamomtrovert, also known as Mandy. I'm trying to stop doing this anxiety thing. And I am in another shelter. You know, for various reasons, the other shelter did not quite work out. However, I came into another shelter that was a little farther than the city that I was staying in. And this, as a former social worker, there's just a lot of red flags in the way that this operates. There's a lot of lack of resources, funding, knowledgeable people, compassionate people, empathetic people, sympathetic people. But I'm trying to make the best of it and just use my own knowledge and expertise to navigate the system, because really my main stressor right now is just shelter. So once I have that stable, which I have for now 17 days, I can navigate things like getting a job, or, you know, supplementing my income more, or, you know, making sure my kids are good. I do have 3 kids. 2 are with their fathers. 1 is out of state. 1 is in the state. 1 is pretty much grown, and I just felt like it would be in their best interest, and because I'm fortunate enough to have their fathers involved enough to where they can go stay with them until I get on my feet. When you have a lot of barriers like housing, income, no support, and just life, it gets really difficult to just kind of achieve something for the long term. And I've just really been struggling a little bit. This particular shelter, I'm just not too pleased with. You know, I can't be a chooser, very, you know, picky or whatever, because I don't have nowhere to go. In the 17 days that we've been here, we have dealt with things being stolen. We've witnessed someone getting in here with a knife and a warrant. Thank God that nobody was injured. It took 2 weeks for us to get a caseworker. And like I said, because of my own, I have a background in social work, casework, care coordination, PRP, all that good stuff. So, you know, not only do I have a textbook and a degree knowledge or whatever, however you want to put it, I also have life experience. So I'm self-aware enough to know that if I get the housing barrier situated, I can navigate and kind of knock down those other barriers. But when you have a barrier like shelter over your head constantly, and you're fighting to afford it or fighting to get into it, it makes it hard to get other things. So anyway, if you can't tell, I battle with anxiety, PTSD. I have generalized anxiety disorder. I also am in recovery, 4 years clean, and I am keeping up with it as best as I can. I have not relapsed. I have not gone backwards, and I've come into the shelter with the mindset that I'm not here to be friends with anybody. I'm not here to be personal with anybody. I am just in here to survive. However, we've had some hiccups along the way with, like, my baby getting bullied or things getting taken. It being insanely hard to have our own food in here because they supply it. But whatever, I'm trying to learn to change my perspective despite the minor inconveniences and the things I don't think is fair. So what I've decided to do in the meantime is just make it known on social media the things that I don't think are right to me or just people as a whole in this place, and just start making those reports and hoping that it will change something. It's not been easy, but I am looking at it from a different perspective. Like, hey, we have a roof over our head. Hey, we have a bed to sleep in. Okay, we don't have the best food. That's, you know, it's not following the food groups. To be quite frank, I have some personal ideas as to why the funding is not accommodating this shelter properly, but that's neither here nor there, and that's not my place or business. It's just a thought. But this place could be operated so much better. And like I've explained to people before, I don't want people to lose a place to live. I don't want people to lose their jobs. I just want my my story and circumstances to be a voice for not only myself, but people that are in the same boat, that are trying to come in here and utilize the system for what it's designed for, and actually make progress. Now, granted, when you're in a place like this and you're trying to get services and you're trying to get case management, it's a two-way street. Absolutely, 100%. I agree with that. I am not even sitting here advocating for the caseworker or social worker to be the one that does all the footwork. I am totally for you gotta work it, and you gotta work it with your caseworker to make progress, because they're supposed to be an aid. They are not supposed to do it for you. But I just feel like the right people are not in here. And it's just bringing an insane amount of discomfort and inconveniences to people that will continue to cause the same issues. Homelessness, losing a job. There's no people, I haven't yet to meet people with knowledge about much. Like, they're just giving people the same information, and I just feel like as a former caseworker and just a person in need, that not everything that you guys have works for everybody. So that's just my spew on everything. You feel what I'm saying, girl? Work is supposed to start on Monday. My baby is in camp. My 2 kids are in a stable place. I'm trying to figure things out. My goal here is to get additional income, because right now I get cash assistance to SSI. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough for the type of place I want. The housing and the Section 8 that people think is a saving grace and it's easily available. It's not. It's not easily accessible. I am at number 2,000, which more than likely is a 3 to 5 year wait. And by the time I come up on that list, I want to already be in my own house that I bought. So anyways, my point in saying that is that there's not enough knowledgeable people that are taking the time to gather and understand resources for every different type of situation. A lot of rules and things are not being enforced, so this is a very chaotic, unstable place for people to come and flourish. However, I'm making it work. I'm making it work. So I'm trying to keep my head up. I'm trying to make sure my crown don't fall. And I'm trying to build a support system for myself that I can fall back on or just lean on if things get bad. The type of person I am and what I've been through and what I've obtained along the way, I know that I will be fine. You know, I will get back on my feet. I just need a little bit of support and just a little bit more knowledge of the resources available to me that specifically correlate with my situation. In order for us to remain inside in the meantime to start working, it's required to attend 2 groups a day for 5 days. That's no problem, but I think the groups that they are requiring everybody to attend in is just not, it just doesn't align with the type of needs that are in here. I feel like people should be sitting in front of banks and people teaching financial literacy and credit. I feel like they should be sitting here providing parenting classes, teaching people different parenting types so that they can, you know, just keep flourishing and keeping their family together and raising their kids with a little less aggression, a little less I'm getting tired of that. A little less aggression, no abuse, no yelling, but just different ways to communicate with a child. You have people that are in here that are in recovery. They should be having NA and AA classes and courses for people in here. That should be one of the mandatory groups. And then, of course, job training. So to see that that's not something that's being implemented yet is a little bit frustrating, and it doesn't give me much hope for people to grow and excel. But I'm hoping that with my voice and other people that are standing behind me online, that maybe we'll start to see change. We are seeing change with people coming in to provide extra activities for the kids to do, which we just started at yesterday, and that was great. I think that's awesome. That's something we need to do more of. Maybe we'll see less behaviors, less, challenges with and things with the parents and the kids. Them listening to people like us that are on the consumer side, they treat us like we're not valuable. Like what we have to say and what we think and what we know is not valuable because we're on the side of needing help. But hopefully with the help of my supporters, like I've been seeing recently, and just me pushing through and against these obstacles, we'll start to see change, not only in my situation, but for other people. So I'm the Cannamomtrovert. That's your update for now. See ya.